You've reached call in Mockery.
Welcome to Call in Mockery. This is the show where you call and we mock and we sip on our liquid deaths.
Yep. What'd you get this week?
Unparallelable.
Yeah, I think this week I got a new one.
Oh, yeah?
Convicted melon.
God, that's good. It always hits the spot where we have our liquid death. Oh! Hey, it's getting to be October. Well, frankly, it is October.
Yeah. What's Shocktober?
Don't. It's the time of year that everyone gathers around and everyone walks around and goes up to their friend group and they all ask each other,
has anybody seen Silence of the Lambs? Has anybody seen Silence?
Oh.
oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those, it's the spooky season, they call it.
Yeah,
Don't they?
Spooktober.
Spooktober, spoopy.
Sorry, yeah, spoopy. Not even spoopy-tober, just like I'm spoopy.
I'm spoopy.
And then there's people that actually say you can be spoopy all year long.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, to that I say, this is why we have prisons. So we can put these people get them out of my eyesight.
Yeah.
Get them out of my line of sight. Oh, and we got this because, of course, a spoopy month. It's the month of treats, of course.
What if you told Johnny Cash he was going to play for the Folsom, whatever the hell that place was?
Folsom Prison.
And, because he played the Folsom Prison Blues.
Yeah.
But at Folsom Prison?
I think so.
But what if you said, all right, you're about to go play in front of the most hardened criminals ever.
Uh-huh.
And also people that describe themselves as spoopy.
Hold on.
Oh, no, he's driving away. Oh, no, he took it.
He just drove off a cliff.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What
those hardened criminals do in there? What'd they do to get into prison so I know what I'm dealing with, know what I'm up against?
Well, a lot of them like killed their wives or their
terrible.
family.
I can think of a song of blues to sing to them. What else did these people do?
One guy embezzled a bunch of money from his family-owned business.
His name wasn't Sue, was it?
Yeah, it was.
What else did they do? I'm just getting so many ideas of the blues I could sing to these people.
Well, there was one guy actually. He shouldn't be in here.
What?
He shouldn't be in here. He was wrongly convicted, but
I thought you only had convicted melons in here.
Nah, this guy is
wrongfully convicted melon.
That's the trouble.
What else did they do?
One guy. One guy kind of dresses like it's Halloween, but all year long, and he says he's spoopy.
Hold on.
No, wait, Johnny, wait.
He cashed.
He cashed himself outside.
He cashed out.
How about that?
This week, we have a Mr. Beast bar from Feastables.
We do.
Because
it's Halloween time.
Imagine it's like 1920 and you go back in time and meet your grandpa and you're like, Grandpa, in 100 years, they're going to have a Mr. Beast crunch bar from Feastables.
You know what he'd do?
What?
They have a what?
A Mr. Beast crunch bar from Feastables.
Hold on.
No!
Cranking his car.
Yeah.
So you had to crank him up back then.
No. Oh, no. Oh, wait, he's going.
Oh, God dang it.
Grandpa, it's got more noms.
Wait a minute. What?
Grandpa, you're going 80. He goes into the future to get a Mr. Beast bar.
To punch Mr. Beast in the mouth. That's for telling my great grandson about your bar, son.
More noms, more prizes, more Beast.
If you scan the QR code, you have to
Tell that to your grandpa 1920.
you gotta.
If you want more Beast, you have to scan the QR code.
You finally talk him down from driving off of a cliff, and you say, "But Grandpa, wait, there's more. If you scan the QR code, you'll get more Beast, more noms, more prizes."
So this is, of course, milk chocolate with puffed rice. It's only,
Now, what is the deal with Mr. Beast and Feastables? These are healthy candy bars. Is that what I'm
I
presumed
don't think
to be?
they're healthy. It says grass-fed milk.
That's good. Grass-fed milk.
So they fed the milk grass. Only 6 ingredients. Let's see what they are. Cane sugar is the first one. Yeah, healthy.
Well,
Second one's cocoa
compared
butter.
to that high fruit,
Cocoa butter.
compared to that high fructose corn syrup, they're trying to get you addicted to.
Grandpa. Third is chocolate.
Oh,
4, organic milk. And they're all organic. Puffed rice, vanilla powder.
that's what makes me say it's the healthy alternative. You also know that it's the healthy alternative to a regular chocolate bar because it is about 2.5 inches.
Yeah, it's a small boy.
Oh, that's small.
It's a small boy.
Yes,
It's a small
bean.
boy. Which is not like Travis Kelce, who is large boy
Large and in charge.
with small girl. That's gonna do well on TikTok.
People
So
like
we don't need to eat this.
Oh. Come on, let's try it. What if, do you think kids will be getting this when they go out and trick or treat?
What is Feastables? It's probably AI generated, right?
Yeah, sure. I've heard tell of the Mr. Beast, what do they call them? Like the ghost
kitchens
and
serving raw hamburger.
Oh, is that what they do now?
Well,
Because a friend of mine got a Mr. Beast burger when they were in like Chicago or something. They found they found a ghost kitchen. And they had the Mr. Beast burger, and they said it was great, if not a little overpriced, because you're paying for the experience of having a secret hamburger.
I've heard that they're overpriced, but here's the thing: the ghost kitchen, it just like operates out of the back of
Like a Taco John's,
right,
or like a like a local restaurant or something.
yeah, and they're like, and also we brought in some hamburger for you to sell. Well, the thing is, he sued them recently. He sued the company.
He sued the company
doing the Mr. Beast burgers because people were taking pictures and posting online saying, raw, my hamburger's raw. Okay. Pink, my hamburger pink. And he was just like, you can't.
I think that's a TikTok song.
We cannot stand for this. Pink, my hamburger pink.
No, there's one where it's like my blank is pink, my blank is brown. Look it up. This is sick stuff, people. The kids are being. I never used to be like this, but the kids are hearing some stuff that they just shouldn't be hearing.
What are we gonna do about this?
I don't know. So Mr. Beast, he sued his own company.
He sued the company that he got together with to do the Mr. Beast ghost kitchens because he's like, you're serving my fans food that is inedible. And we all went, oh, Mr. Beast, that's so nice of you. Oh, Mr. Beast, when you do a video where you go out and you find a homeless guy and you go, actually, I didn't want to clean your glasses. I wanted to give you $1,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, that's so nice. And we scan the QR codes and we buy his Mr. Beast because every dollar for a Beast bar that we buy goes to a homeless boy who gets his bargain bumped, right?
Yeah.
So this is a Mr. Beast bar. Okay. What was I looking up? Feastables. I did find a Mr. Beast D's Nuts bar. If you look up Feastables,
that's actually good.
It's Mr. Beast is changing the game.
See?
With better for you snacking.
See?
Wow.
It's supposed to be healthy.
I don't think there's any chocolate that's going to be better than like a Swiss chocolate.
But I think as far as health or just taste?
Just taste.
Well, sure. Yeah, of course. Don't
but
be
theirs
stupid.
is probably good too.
It's like we've been getting like some sugar-free chocolate just to be like, whatever. And we.
What is it? Is it like stevia?
Yeah.
Monk fruit?
Yeah, I think so. and it's
Just I could say anything. He's just trying to
yeah,
move
it
on.
is. It is.
Cement.
Yeah. So, and it tastes pretty good. You know, you eat it, and you're like, yeah, that kind of tastes like chocolate. So that works for me. I'm a healthy boy right now, as you can tell. But then you have the real chocolate, and you're like, oh well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Go ahead and open this up. Let's take a look at the Mr. Beast. This is a Feastables Mr. Beast Crunch Bar. Now, why'd you pick the Crunch Bar? Do you like a Crunch Bar?
No, I just kind of thought it would be funny because we were coming over for a gathering, and I said it would be funny if I just brought like one chocolate bar over.
Yeah, that's great.
So the top, so it says "Devour" on one side.
Okay, that's interesting. And this is what I wanted to see.
What the hell? Share. That's funny.
Okay, that's funny. That's what you put that up
Okay.
on screen. We'll zoom in.
I don't even know how to
we
do
probably
this.
won't.
I'm holding on to a corner just so I have somewhere to set it. But look at this. There's a tiny sliver that's segmented at the top that says "Share."
It's
The
a-
rest of it's for you. And go, oh, you can have some.
Here,
We'll share it.
yeah, we'll share.
This is why this guy's got 1 billion viewers on YouTube.
I'll give you the gift of sight if you laugh at my little jokes.
And it breaks so easily.
And he's gonna give me the share portion. Great.
Nah, you can have that.
I don't want it.
Smells like Christmas chocolate, like cheap Christmas chocolate.
Yeah.
Is it better than Hershey's? That's always a good sign. Hershey's sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like Hershey's, so
What's the puffed rice Hershey's bar?
Crunch Bar. No, that's Nestle. I don't know if.
Does Hershey's have one?
Oh no, yeah, they do. It's in the little fun pack with the Mr. Good Bar and the Crackle. Crackle's better than this. I take it back. Crackle's better than this to me.
We should have bought a Crackle to
Yeah.
compare.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what about a regular Crunch Bar? That's your Crackle it's in a variety pack. You don't really see them at the counter, but at Nestle Crunch Bar, you see all the time. It's a standard. It's a staple. What do you think compared to the Nestle Crunch?
This isn't bad.
It's good. I'm just saying I think I like Crackle better.
Do I stand for
What do you stand for?
Hershey's? Or do I stand for Mr. Beast? Two evil corporations fighting it out for my taste buds.
I think Mr. Beast is nice.
This is one of the scariest Octobers we could have, I think.
Yeah. It's a conundrum that no one has a good answer for.
The evilest man on YouTube. Or just this nasty chocolate company.
Yeah, dirty. Well, but they do the month where they put she in like pink font.
Oh, Hershey's.
Hershey's, because like women
Yeah.
like chocolate.
Yeah.
Sometimes even more than men.
It's like they make sure the really nice thing about it is they apply the pink tax to it.
Yeah.
So it's like $5.99 for a big bag of Hershey's, or you can get the Hershey's same size bag. It's like $11.99.
Yeah.
It's like double the price, but you get that packaging that it's for you,
Yep.
ladies.
Ladies. I wonder they should do that. Ladies.
Hershey should do that.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Like Will Arnett is
just-
the spokesperson.
I'm just
well,
thinking-
he's over at Reese's.
He's already doing Reese's, but he could be like, but ladies are so important to me that I had to come over to Hershey's to do one commercial. Okay.
So what do you like this better than a Crunch? Nestle
I don't know.
Crunch?
I don't really like Hershey's. If someone gives me just a plain Hershey's bar,
This isn't about Hershey's. This is about this versus Nestle Crunch.
What's a Nestle? Does Nestle just have Nestle's chocolate?
They make everything. They make water bottles. They make
Who makes the Willy Wonka bar?
Wonka.
Oh,
No, I think Wonka's owned by Nestle. Is it?
Crap. I think I like Nestle more than Mr. Beast.
You like Wonka bars?
I think so.
Is that true?
I think I do. When you see the Wonka bar in the store, don't you go, I'll buy that?
I go,
Because it's usually in just a candy shop where it's like 5 years expired. Mm-hmm. Or it's just the scratch and sniff that came with the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka movie where it made your DVD smell like chocolate.
yes. Nestle used to own the Wonka brand.
What happened?
They sold it to the Ferrero Group.
Oh my God.
Ferrero Rocher.
So it's probably even better.
Probably nowadays, yeah. Well, I mean,
Ferrero was like, please.
they're like,
Oh, we would love to make. We have chocolate. We have so much extra chocolate.
please give us Wonka.
We want to make it into a square and put Wonka on it. Please put the Wonka. That's good.
And meanwhile, you got these Toblerone guys.
Yeah.
They're doing stuff that just mind blowing.
We make the chocolate into triangles. We put them in a triangle package. You eat it. Get out of here, Ricolai. Sorry. Thank you.
They're on. Sorry, we live on the mountaintop, and Riccolo live on the other mountaintop, and sometimes they sing out of their horn, and we hear them sing out of their horn, but we are trying to make the triangle stuff that you snap in half and it flies all over the place. You get chocolate in your eye, but that is how you're supposed to eat chocolate. It's an experience for all the senses. You see the chocolate fly into your eye. You feel the chocolate in your hand melting. You feel it as you try to put it in your mouth. You feel it. Those are all the senses.
Yeah, I mean, these people are all evil.
It's crazy.
So,
Here's something. Capitalism.
oh, finally. Finally, someone points it out.
I give it a 6.
Out of?
10 Wonka bars. It's still chocolate.
That's the thing. I mean, even with Hershey.
If you got a little one of these in your trick or treat thing,
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I'm not going to get rid of it. What did you use? Did you use like a pillowcase?
The rich house is giving away beast bars.
They're giving away full-size Beast bars. But they said you got to have a DeSantis sign.
Oh.
They're only giving away to DeSantis people.
I just used one of those orange jack-o'-lantern heads.
Yeah, orange.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Sure,
Speaking
please.
of movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say speak of movies because another type of entertainment is music. I was at the record store a couple days ago, and this guy was there with his son. I hope so. If not, I should have called protective services, baby. But the kid's flipping through the records, and his dad's like irate, like, my son's into the stuff I'm into, right? Mm-hmm. And then I thought he was looking at records, but he was listening to the song that was playing, and over the loudspeakers I hear, "I'm on down the zone, still on down the zone, convicted man." And he's like, the kid's like, "I like this." And the dad's like, "Oh, you like this?" He's like, "Yeah, what is this?" He's like, "This is Tom Waits. You like Tom Waits?" He's like, "Yeah, I like this." He's like, "You like Tom Waits?" You know, he was in a movie called Mystery Men. It's really, really good. Are you ready to go, buddy? And then they went up and checked out. And I was like, that's what you had to say? Instead of just like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
or like,
why don't we grab a record?
grab one of his records? He goes, he was in a movie called Mystery Men.
Hasn't he been in a bunch of movies also?
That was his point of reference.
I mean,
Was Mystery Men, and it's really, really good.
it is a pretty good movie.
This was a movie that I just randomly happened to. We were watching the trailer for like the week before.
How isn't life full of serendipitous moments like that?
Serendipitous, and it was funny, extra funny because I was asked like, okay, I was told by the woman with which I live, about 2 minutes into the trailer, she's like, okay, I think I've seen enough. Like, it was such a long trailer and none of the jokes are hitting, and
Sure.
it looks weird.
It looks
and I
weird.
was like, how did this get made?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
No.
But you know what I mean? It was just like,
Yeah.
they would never make a movie like this now. It just looks crazy.
Well, movies now, I mean, the superhero movies now are parodies unto themselves. So they don't need to make a parody. But it is funny that they made a parody before there was really a need for one.
Yeah.
Not that it's a parody, really, but it is poking fun at the tropes of a superhero story. But yeah, it's kind of ahead of its time, and also not.
It's ahead of its time, and it's
Dated
so
completely.
dated
Yeah.
that, and the cast is
Dane Cook,
Dane Cook, Paul Rubin,
Tom
basically
Waits.
anyone that's been canceled is in this movie. Keenan and Kells, Ben Stiller,
yeah,
Melanie Lewinsky.
Janine Garofalo.
Yeah. So we raise our glass of convicted melon and impaired-leavable or whatever to mystery men.
That is funny. Hey,
Gosh.
is that all you got?
I did want to say, speaking of remembered whens, of course, I've been seeing more people, and we've talked about this before, but they're posting pictures of things now that they're having nostalgia for things that still exist. Like, I saw someone post it was like, remember the Disney Channel? And I was like, yeah, I think we still have that. And I saw someone that said, some people still remember this. And it was a picture of the circular sink in the bathroom that you'd have to stand around and like push with your foot on the little bar. Yeah, of course. And it was made of like granite or something. It was made of some sort of
stone,
unpolished stone.
Yeah.
And then the water would come out in a little fountain.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get enough on your hands, but you had the little bar to push your feet on. And people were commenting like, "I'm that old," but it's like there was no time on it.
Yeah,
It said like from the 70s and 80s, and I'm like, well, I had
I
this.
know those. Yeah,
And so they're just old, and people are like, I remember that. And it was posted as like, some people alive will still remember this. And then someone commented like, they still have these in schools.
yeah, of course.
Like, they
Schools-
didn't get rid of them.
They still don't have air conditioning in schools. Okay, I think they're not updating all of the sinks to be motion activated.
Yeah, well, these look old. We can't use. They still have water coming through them. Wash your hands. How do we get 10 stupid little kids to wash their hands at one time?
Right.
Oh, let's install 4 sinks. No.
Right.
You keep this.
The trough.
We stand around the trough. We praise the trough.
We do.
We do. The trough is great.
We praise the trough 9 to 5, and then we go home and sleep. We spend the money from our job to eat. We work to eat so that we can survive another day to go back to this job that pays us money to eat, that we eat to survive so that we can live another day to go back to our job. We stand around the trough of humanity and we prosper. We are the virus. There's really no other way to put it. And I think it's one of these things that we're not really scared of the Exorcists and the Jasons and the Freddys anymore. I think the things that scare us the most are basically real life things.
Yeah.
We're scared of the tax man.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know how they say like, what scary movies are popular?
Who says that?
Well, in sort of the academia analysis of film and the pop culture.
You're not answering me. Just tell who says that. You said.
Oh,
you know how. You know.
Well,
how,
this guy Patrick.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just say that?
Yeah. So Patrick said that there is, you can kind of see, well, in the history of pop culture and cinema, you can see what culture's anxieties were based on what scary films they wanted to see and what worked and what didn't work. And basically, I mean, in one way I agree, but in another way it's like, well, it was just freaks killing people for no apparent reason for the first 50 years. And zombies sometimes. And then Paranormal Activity was like, oh, because you have to come up with like a smart thing. And you're like, it's the surveillance state that we have anxiety about now. And you're like, I guess maybe, but also I think maybe just because it looks freaky.
Yeah, like wouldn't it be scary if you saw yourself sleeping and someone came and stood over you?
Yeah. It's like it's the anxiety of the post 9/11 surveillance state. You're like, yeah, I guess, but probably more so that thing what he was talking about where there's someone standing over you.
You know, there's static and it looks kind of creepy.
That's kind of more the thing.
I feel the same way about 9/11 as you guys, but when I made the film, I just thought it'd be like, what if I was asleep and someone stood over me?
Yeah, that's freaky.
But what you guys said is also very cool, and I would never want to tell someone how to view my movies.
Anyway, did you watch anything?
I mean, nothing I can really talk about yet. Oops. What about you? People are like, what does that mean?
Yeah, that is
Shut up.
weird. Well, I saw The New Exorcist. It's fine. I'm not going to spoil anything. I know you might be seeing it soon. We
That's
can talk
true.
about it. So,
What have I seen?
I will just say I liked it. And of course, I have a big list of movies.
Yeah, we should get to that. What did I see? I don't know if I've watched any. I got to start writing this stuff down. Oh my goodness. We have a list. And I've been trying to watch horror movies and watch them off this list. And I rented one. No. Did I rent one?
What?
Oh, I watched one. Oh, and it scared me. Maybe I'd seen it before. Maybe that's why I'm not so scared. Yeah, come in.
Hello.
Hi.
It is me, Dracula.
Oh! Did you hear us talking about you last week?
Blah. I heard you talking about my musical.
Yes.
You base it off my life of trying to be stand-up comedian.
Yeah. Dracula the musical, which has taken off quite well since last week. Of course, I'm sure it made its way to Transylvania.
Well, of course. Everyone is talking about Dracula,
Yeah.
the musical. But I think you didn't quite do justice to my stand-up material.
Oh.
So I wanted to take this opportunity to go through a little set of my own.
Okay.
Please, would you introduce me as the stand-up comedian, Dracula?
Yeah. All right. This is, this is unexpected. I know usually we have people walk in to test some stuff. We've had Seinfeld. Steve Harvey has come in a few times to test some stuff.
Who are these people?
But, of course, we've got the master of the macabre, the Baron of Blah himself, the scary son of Dracula Sr., Dracula.
Thank you. Thank you. Please settle down. I know you see me and think, now here's a dangerous comedian. Many comedians like to talk about uncomfortable subjects in order to be dangerous. But I assure you, the only trans issue I will make light of tonight is why Transylvania litters our streets with unnecessary stoplights. Now that's a trans issue. Have officials not heard of roundabouts yet? I mean, come on. I am no danger to you here. This is a safe space. I will suck the very lifeblood from your shriveling corpse after treating you like some vermin whomst has been caught by a strangely erotic cat, playing with my food both physically and emotionally. But no, I will refrain from making your car ride home even more uncomfortable than it already will be. Given how many stoplights we have, I mean, come on with the Transylvania officials. Put it a roundabout, why don't you? But no, I haven't been sleeping too well. I toss and turn all day. By the time I wake up at night, I barely even have the energy to prey upon the virginal soft white necks that I so deeply desire. I noticed that you can tell how well you sleep by how crazy your hair appears when you wake. One morning I laid to rest and slept for 12 hours. When I arose, I looked like the bride of Frankenstein. My hair was crazy. Have you seen the bride of Frankenstein? Woo! Crazy hair, right? Why is that, though? It's like we're rubbing our heads against our pillow because it feels so good to be in full REM cycle. If I'm sleeping peacefully, shouldn't I be stiff? I have no punchline, just want answers. Why is that? Woo! You know what's rough? Going for Italian as a Dracula. Garlic. What's worse? Maybe going for steak. No, there was a time in my life when I had 10 brides. The 10 brides of Dracula. It was hard on me. It was hard for them. Well, it was hard for about 2 of them. No, but dating is hard. No, but dating is hard. Especially when mostly you just want to drink that virginal blood I was talking about earlier. But there was one woman whomst took my breath away, and whomst's breath I did not. I saw her from afar, her pallid skin almost luminescent in the moonlight. Beautiful. She looked soft and sweet. She smelled of what I can only imagine the sun might smell like. I can't be out in the sun, of course. I introduced myself for the first time, feeling a nervous crevice crack my comfort down the middle and split me in 2 pieces, one of animal desire and another of innocent hope of what could be. Wow. She met my gaze and looked as if she had known me all my life, which is a feat as I am 2,000 years old. Blah! We spent the night laughing and learning about each other, and finally, we made love. Can we get a little noise for making love? My limbs and hers became one, entangled in supreme ecstasy. I asked her then, finally, the question I had all night. Am I the first man you've made love to? And she smiled at me, pulled out a cigarette, and said, I thought you looked familiar. I'll leave you with this. I often think everything we are, everything people remember about us, happens in school. When I went to boarding school, I met a young man named Ivan. He was from a far-off place called Tucson. At this school, we developed a code for the other students, nicknaming them by where they hail. I was Transylvania. Ivan was Tucson. Many other boys were from the same place, so they just used their names. But not us. We were outcasts. See? I did not get along with many others in a school, but for some reason he took a liking to me. We had similar hair, dark black, tightly moussed to our heads, widow's peak, strange look for young boys, and completely dissimilar ways of life. But here, at boarding school, we felt a kindred brotherhood, he and I.
until one day he was mistaken for me from behind. Someone called to him, Transylvania, Transylvania. Dracula, Dracula. You smell of rabies and no one loves you. You killed your family and eat blood. You are a freak like. And he turned to see they were speaking not to me, Transylvania, Dracula, but to him, to Ivan, to Tucson. He ran to his room and locked the door, and it wasn't until hours later that I found out about the whole blasted thing. I ran to his room and pounded on the door. Ivan! Tucson! Ivan! Tucson! Ivan! Tucson! Finally, he opened the door and revealed himself to me. He had changed something about him. Ivan! Tucson! You're blonde? Ivan Tucson, you're blonde? Everyone remembers me saying that from then on. Thank you for laying such a captive audience. I will now suck your blood. Ivan Tucson, you're blonde.
Ivan Tucson, you're blonde. Put on a t-shirt. Dracula. Oh, okay. God.
What? I think there was a... Did I just see a bat fly on here?
Where were you?
Huh?
Where were you?
I
gotta be honest.
What?
You and we did a live show a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And we had Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger show up to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Where was that? We put people through that night.
We had Freddy versus Jason. Stand up.
Okay.
What we did back then, the whole conceit was Freddy versus Jason. We thought that was funny.
Yeah.
We said, now we have, you can go back and check the tapes. We have a very special, we're at a live horror convention.
Mm-hmm.
We said, we have a very special presentation of Freddy versus Jason. Stand up. Comedy.
Yeah.
And met to complete silence. and then Freddy did stand up.
Did a good 2-3 minutes.
Like 5 minutes.
5
probably.
minutes, probably 5 and 5, right?
Yeah, we did a little.
We had an hour to fill.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes of stand-up Freddy, 5 minutes of stand-up Jason, and then I think the audience
decided
Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason, who wins. Whoever wins, we lose.
Yeah.
And I don't know who won.
I think Freddy won.
Yeah, I think Jason won.
We'll have to go back and check the tape.
Yeah, maybe
I
we'll-
personally can't watch it just because
Oh, it's embarrassing.
seeing those two out there.
It's embarrassing for them.
Yeah.
Because
It's one of those things that it's just you feel embarrassed for them watching it.
Yeah. But maybe this year we'll do Dracula versus Wolfman.
Yeah.
Or something. Or the creature from the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah. Yeah, probably the creature from the Blue Lagoon.
So that was good though. Dracula, you like that?
Yeah, that was very good. I think Dracula's coming out pretty strong on the circuit. I think that's a good SNL sort of, if you're going to audition for SNL, if you were Dracula, of course.
Yeah.
I think that's a good, I mean, how long are those auditions?
With-
I've only listened to like Dana Carvey tell the same story about it.
Well, he had a special circumstance. He didn't actually go to 8 Agent.
Yeah,
He got to do it in front of...
great. So I think that's a good way to get, that's a good half of your set right there.
I mean,
If
that
you're
was
Dracula.
probably longer than... Yeah.
What they give you. I don't know if Lauren's liking it.
Well, you don't know. He doesn't laugh. He just eats popcorn and drinks an Amstel Light.
Mm-hmm.
And makes a bad comedy show. I'm kidding. Don't listen to the podcast and ruin our chances.
Are we waving?
Yeah, I don't know. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.